What's up, Brand? How are you, man? I came out here. Can you hear me now? My apologies. How's it in Alabama? Because it's like sheet ice on the deck right now. It's actually not too bad. It's 23, so nothing too crazy. What's up, Henry? How are you? 65 degrees. And it's not 65 degrees. Aren't you in Alabama? That's right. That's right. You live by Florida, so that makes sense then. Yeah, no, I've been busy. I was actually watching John Cena's last match, but I caught the last couple minutes of your live. So seemed like people have been liking Sir Pokeblab. That video, that live really took off. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's 23 right now. So not too bad though. Definitely you still get to enjoy a cigar. Yeah, you're you're a big fan of Blab. So Brandon, have you picked up any more Destin Rivals? Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, no, been 40. It's been 40 degrees, and then tonight, like I said, tonight, tomorrow, it's supposed to be highs of 20s. So, but no snow. No snow. So, well, I didn't know if you picked up any more. I know you said you pretty much got a booster box. Yeah, 30 sleeved. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they have next week for sure. If they have more Destin rivals, I'm gonna I'm gonna load up on that and get me a booster box. Yeah, Henry, I don't know, man. I'm pretty much any day at this point gonna be having a baby. So I might be out of commission. Not out of commission, but I might be limited here for the next at least month or so. So yeah, yeah. Thanks. Like I said, I was telling these guys normally we do lives on Fridays and Saturdays, but we'll have to cut back. We'll have to be doing it once a week more than likely. What's up, Roxy? How are you feeling? How's the COVID doing for you? Yeah, Phantasmal sitting there, Mega Evolutions, base set, whatever you want to call it. It's still sitting there. People aren't touching that, but that Destin Rivals is flying off the shelves. So we'll see. Like I said, if it'll be the third week in a row. You guys hear me again? Good, good. Was that your first time getting COVID? Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, that Destin it is flying for sure, but nothing else seems to be going. So, oh, that was your first time with COVID, or are you talking to Henry? Yeah, but you got to think about it, Brandon. What you bought 30 packs, so that's six people. You know, they. I thought the same thing. When I went to go get the Destin Rivals, went back the next day. People are gonna buy it. Like I said, it's one of those things. It's a hot thing. Just like with your Evolving Skies, your Paldean Fates, people are gonna eat it up. So if you get the opportunity to, I mean, obviously, don't be a dickhead. Don't be going and buying the whole entire case or 40 packs at a time. But I don't see any problem in getting 30 over a couple days. Yeah, no, it's for sure. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna check out my WalMarts for sure. So ideally, what I'd like to do is I'd like to get enough for a booster box and give it away. Thought that'd be cool. So we'll have to wait and see. What's up, Jacob? How are you? You just missed Henry. He came into the live and then he dipped, I think. So yeah, I haven't seen. Is he supposed to be online or in all the Sam's? Because like those ETBs, that whole ETB bundle, it was only in select stores. I imagine probably up on the coast, California, and some of those bigger areas that I didn't see any of them. Okay. Well, be on the lookout for those. It'd be great if those hit the stores, all stores. But Sam's is doing some weird stuff right now too, where only select stores get products. Yeah, Henry's on the grind for sure. Yeah, Prismatic's going to keep coming. Like I, I'm in no rush to pick up Prismatic. That's for sure. Like I still want to pick it up, but I think there's going to be an overwhelming amount of Prismatic the next year. Exactly. Yeah, there's time. Especially they keep reprinting. They keep reprinting it. They keep stocking it. I don't even know if they've even confirmed any sort of reprints. Like any of the new product that we are getting of Prismatic, I don't know if any of those have been like reprints. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting to see for sure. I don't think the only thing I don't think though, I don't think we're going to get some Prismatic Pokemon Center ETBs. I think those are probably done with for the most part because they've done several waves of those. And everything else, they're throwing everything at Costco, everything at Sam's. So there's gonna be a ton of products. So what booster? I mean, what kind of booster boxes are you looking at, Jacob? I don't know, Brandon. Yeah, man, I don't know. Because I don't think they did any drops last week, did they? They had that one where the Q popped up, but it never had a drop. Um, yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, of course, I don't have it. I don't have the money for it, so that's unfortunate. But I don't know. I think maybe I don't know, the drops may be light until next year. It'd be cool though. Like I said, anything can happen. If you had to ask me, I'm gonna say more than likely probably no real significant drops for the rest of the year. But I really do like your thought, your theory about they are stocking up, they're reprinting and they're stocking up, and they're just going to flood the Pokemon website. I think that is a really good possibility, and that is something that could happen for sure. Yeah. So Jacob, and I think I'm sure you watched the Henry and Pokeblab. Um, I think I agree. I saw that part where they were talking about booster bundles. I think that there's only so high that booster bundles are go. I don't think you're going to see people paying $1,000 for a booster bundle. So um, it really just depends um, on. Honestly, you could probably trade in some 151 booster bundles for ETB. That might be a smart play. If you're wanting booster box though, because booster box is always going to do good. Surging Sparks, Destin Rivals, those both are good. I think that you're gonna have better opportunities to trade in from 151 to Destin Rivals. You know, same thing with Surging Sparks, but you could get roughly one and a half, almost two booster boxes for the of Surging Sparks for the price of Destin Rivals. You know, so that's how I would look at it. But again, you gotta decide what you want to do. You know, so that's what I would do though. Yeah, 350, 400. That'd be amazing. Because one of my LGSs, they actually have the Paldean Fates booster box display. And, or sorry, not booster box display, booster bundle display. If it was 500 bucks, I'd be having one right now. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like I said, I think Destin Rivals is going to. There's going to be a shit ton dropped. So I think there's going to be plenty of opportunities to get your Destin Rivals, even if you can't get it for MSRP. I could see Destin Rivals in a year, like not even 2026, 2027. I could see Destin Rivals being no more than 300 bucks as long as we get reprints again. But I think it's going to sit wherever it actually ends up sitting after the kind of the reprint. I think it's going to sit. I think you're going to have an extended amount of time instead of how product normally goes, where as soon as it gets to the reprint window and it's closed off, then you have it starts taking off. I think it's going to sit. I think they have explosively grown way more than they're supposed to. Let's see. Yeah, Jacob. Yeah, this year, 2026, is going to be a massive gamble year. Um, take away economy, take away what people think is or is not going to happen with jobs and interest rates and all that stuff. 2026 is going to be a game because honestly, Pokemon, we're still getting product now. We don't know how much of it actually Pokemon has printed recently, but we're still getting 151. It's nothing crazy, but at any point in time, Pokemon come out and say, "Hey, we're going to print this shit for 3 years, 4 years. You guys keep buying it, so well, why wouldn't we? I think it's a little unlikely, and more than likely, you're going to be looking at 150 at the end of the year for like a 151 booster bundle, roughly 125, 150 um, by the end of the year. But it still could be in vending machines. So, and also, just because it's in vending machines does not mean that the price won't go up either. 151 booster bundles have been in vending machines recently, and people have been snatching them up, and they're still selling for $100. So, like I said, it really just depends. I mean, how much do you like Destin Rivals? Honestly, did you like it when you first heard about it? Have you liked it because everyone's saying to like it? And it's just a question. If that's what it is, and the sentiment is that cool. You know, yeah. I don't like I said, Brandon. I think there's gonna be plenty of opportunities to get Destin Rivals at MSRP from like Pokemon Center and restocks like the vending machines, stuff like that. It's the market though. The market is going to even if we have, like yesterday, we're talking about the flood of the scalpers and the investors, the diamond hands. You know what I'm saying? Um, People are going to fight that Destiny Rivals, and you've got people just sitting around waiting to dump money into Destiny Rivals too. You got your Poke Plumbers, you got your Team Rocket Joeys, you got your Mitches, um, Nostalgianomics, Pokey, you got all these people. You know what I'm saying? So, what's going on, Bond? How are you? Yeah, yeah, it's super easy. 6 packs in a box. It probably doesn't cost very much to put all that in there and stick it in a vending machine. You're right. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Destin Rivals. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. But I want to have a couple. In my ideal world would be obviously just getting one. One would be awesome to have, just to have, and then later on down the line, I would like to get a case if it makes sense to me. Um, you know, no more than 800, 900 bucks. I don't think $1,000 I would pull the trigger on it. And that again, that's just long term. That's 6 boxes. You know, so. But if not, it's all good. Like I said, there'll be other sets. When is it safe to say? Sorry, let me see what Brandon said. What's up, Brandon? How are you? Yeah, I mean, every set's different. Like Henry, he likes Stellar Crown. Brandon, Ludwig Pig, he likes Stellar Crown. I think there's some good cards in Stellar Crown, but I'm not a huge fan of Stellar Crown. Destin Rivals definitely doesn't get me going whatsoever. There are some cool SARs. Really, the only SR that I personally do like is the Team Rockets Moltres. Um, there's a couple good IRs, nothing crazy though. It's a big set, so obviously it'll do well. But I'm not sold on Destin Rivals. So, but if you are, that's great. What is it safe to say? Sorry, let me see, Jacob. What is it safe to say you have too much Pokemon card investments? I don't know. Are you using credit cards? Are you not able to pay off the credit cards? I think as long as you're paying your bills and you have a certain amount and everything else is taken care of, groceries, electric, water, your cars, basic life stuff. If you want to dump it into Pokemon, like I said, um, I'm more bearish right now. Just that's just how I am. When people are all losing their shit over product, I just wait. Um, but eventually, I will be allocating more money for sure. So you just gotta find that fine line. But I'd say, like I said again, if everything's taken care of, all your bills are paid, your missus is happy, or Mister, your Miss or Mister is happy. Um, I wouldn't have $300,000 like Twice Baked Jake did. I wouldn't have that much money sitting in Pokemon, especially if it starts to take off again. More storage, yeah. Um, when you have your garage and your closets and bedrooms filled with Pokemon, you've got one or two problems. You either got too much Pokemon or you need a bigger house. Yeah, I think Brandon, you're right. Unless they raise up MSRP, if MSRP goes up, you know, then you're probably not going to see $500-$600 cases. I don't see Destin Rivals being 500-600 unless they do a massive reprint, which is all possibilities for sure. Like I said, we have pretty much what, a year and a half. Yeah, pretty much a year and a half left. So there's a lot of things that could go right. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I'm not paying 1,000. I'll pay like $800 would be my max. I mean, there's always irresponsible, right? Like, you look at people that do sports betting. Um, Even if they have a shit ton of money, if they're putting $500,000 on a single game, you know, you know, all I know is I've got a certain amount of area in my house that I can allocate for Pokemon. And other than that, I don't have any room. And I'm not going to put in a storage unit. I'm good. I got a decent area. So, and I'm nowhere near close to filling it up. But yeah, if you got that shit in your garage, bro, like, you, what's more important, Pokemon or being able to put your car in? Yeah, yeah, Brandon, for sure, a year and a half at least. Yeah, I'll be honest, man. I don't know if you watch Mitch. I speed watch all of his videos, not all of them, but most of them. Of course, when he's talking about a single product for 10 minutes, I'm not going to watch that. But his last video where he's like, "I've gotten this," and he was showing all the cases and the booster boxes at Fusion Strike and Brilliant Stars, and he talks about how he's in a short period of time collected over 100 booster bundles. Bro, I don't care how good you're doing. Like, that is an insane amount of money. It's just you're going too hard, my friend. Way too hard. What do you mean, Bond? Thankfully, you have what? He's for sure overspending, but you have to understand though. With him, he just got in at 151, so this is a whole brand new world to him. He feels like he's got to make up for all and it's just and cool. Like, I guess he's I don't know his situation, but he's like a truck driver of some sorts, but he comes home every day. It's like it's okay to pump the brakes. You don't have to put it all on credit cards. It'll be okay. I promise. Even if you dollar cost average, there's a smart way to do it, and then a irresponsible way. So, hey man, you know me, Brandon. I've made my feelings. I'm an open book with you guys. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Yeah, Jacob. Yeah, I mean, people like they got their whole garages filled. They've got their spare bedrooms filled up to the wall, wrapping all the way around. It's not even scalpers; it's just normal people too. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, and there's credit people putting shit on credit cards. I don't use credit cards. If I either got the cash for it or I don't have the cash for it, you know what I'm saying? So that's the best way to do it. It's okay. Again, if you want to use credit cards and you're responsible and you can pay it off at the end of the month, like sure, go for it. But I just think people need to pump the brakes a little bit. Of course, depending on who you listen to, though, Jacob, and you guys in general, people are saying right now is the time to buy. So, again, yeah, yeah, Bun. I am not. I'm with you. I've got a pretty much. I've in my basement downstairs. I got a finished basement, and there's like an L-shaped room, and I can have. I could probably comfortably have 200, $300,000 worth of Pokemon and be able to keep it in my house. I'm not putting my shit in storage. I've seen too many people. You got to think too. That's costing you money every single month. There's just a lot of things that can go wrong with that. Yeah. So I got back into Pokemon during XY. It was I don't have a computer in front of me right now, but it was Furious Fist, Evolutions. I think Furious Fist was the name of one of them. And then of course Sun and Moon. So my son, he's 13, so I've been in it. Um, what, at least 10 plus years. So, and of course I haven't been perfect, guys. Don't get it twisted. There's been times where things take off and products hard to find, and I just kind of took a break. But I always came back to it. I always enjoyed it. Of course, now I have other kids too. I want them to enjoy it as well. But this is the first time I've ever gotten serious about investing. I'm more of like a ripper. So, I had the Shining Legends collection box with the Ho Ho figure on it. That was $100 back in the day, which was expensive for Pokemon. $100 was crazy. Uh, and we just ripped it. Evolutions. We just ripped the ETBs. We didn't care. So you live, you learn. So that's why, like I said, I wanted to make this channel. It also keeps me accountable. Reminds me during the bad times, just like with you guys. During the bad times, the slow times. At first you're gonna be really excited. You're gonna keep putting money into it, but eventually you're gonna be like, this product will sit around, and it might, or it could take back off at any point. So it's all good things. Yeah, yeah, Jacob, that's a good point. 2026, they release the numbers. I think it's, what is it normally, April? Around April, March, April, they normally release the numbers. I'm hoping to see big, either the same amount or a big improvement in the numbers. If we don't see much of a change or it's less, that's a little concerning. So that'd be a real teller for sure. And of course, like I said, what Pokemon restocks, what we see on the Pokemon website, what you see in the stores too. Like I said, I think Ascended Heroes, people are going to be surprised with the quantity that's available. And I could be wrong, could be 100% wrong. But I think Pokemon's trying to circumvent a lot of uh, distro right now. Yeah, 20-year break. Holy cow. That's a long time. That is a long time. And think if you were in it the whole time, holy cow. Like Ludwig, his name's Brandon, but Ludwig, he's got crazy. He's never stopped, from what I understand. I mean, I guess he said he took some breaks, but for the most part, he's been. It seems like he's been pretty consistent. He's got some crazy cards and some crazy collection. So yeah, yeah. That's how. Like I said, I started off base set. Had base set and did some of the Wizards of the Coast, like your Fossil, your Jungle, Team Rocket Returns, and then. But you got also, when I was a kid, Yu-Gi-Oh was another big thing too. You had the TV show, so it was like a little bit of both. And then you get into middle school at the time, middle school, and you worry about skating and girls, and so you know you live, you learn, man. You live and you learn, and that's what I want to do with this channel.